Hey guys, we are back. Okay, Shara Bitachon, Gate of Confidence, part of Chovat HaLevavot, the duty of the hearts of Rabbi Ibn Pekuda, talks about confidence, the ultimate confidence in God, and just about self-confidence in general. And we are continuing from where we left off last time. Last thing we discussed was we talked about the ability, the resilience of a person who has confidence, right? A person who is confident, and again, the ultimate confidence isn't just a confidence in our own capabilities or confidence in or in wealth or other things, but it's a confidence in God. And over there, if you guys want to dig deeper, you could look at the other sessions we did together. And we finished off last time with a story about a guy who travels far and wide to pursue his wealth, right? To his profession, his career. And he finally reaches this faraway place, and someone asks him, if you really believe so much that God will give you sustenance, and He gives you He's giving you your sustenance and providing for you, then why do you have to come this far to be, to get what God wants to give you? Can He give it to you exactly where you are? And the person recognized that he had a fallacy, that he thought that he had to pursue, travel across the world, right, to pursue his wealth and or his career. And since that day, the person never left, right, and ended up being good for him. He survived. He made, but that is a story about the story that's going to lead us into today's session. Another benefit from the confidence is umehen menuchat nefesh, or a description of a person who has ultimate confidence. Sometimes we could tell what something is based on what it's not or what it is. It's not. We gave a distinction, 10 distinctions between the alchemist and the person who has confidence in God, right? We made distinctions of what gives an advantage a person who has confidence in God. So we know we're not an alchemist. We have something in additional. And now we're talking what it is. So a person who has total confidence in God, he's restful, his soul is restful, and his body is also at rest from the hard labor and difficulties of the body. So if you are a laborer working in a construction site, like a lot of the jobs used to be in the past, right? Manual labor. And your soul, your body might be working hard, but you're not. But you know that God will make sure that you're okay, healthy, and taken care of. והבוטח בהשם הוא תובע מסיבות הטרף מה שיש בו יותר מנוחה לגופו ושם טוב לו. And the person has confidence in God, he will be able to sustain himself or attain, his needs from what will be restful also for his body, and will also give him a good reputation at the end. ופנאי לליבו, and he will find time to delve into his heart. אוקיי? ומשהו מפיק יותר לחובות תורתו עם יתר אמונתו, כי הסיבה לא תוסיף לו בחוקו ולא תחסרו ממנו מהומה. ומשהו מפיק יותר, okay, so a person has confidence in God, believes in Judaism, we believe in the fact that people have a spiritual purpose and drive, and that people need to study Torah. People need to sit down and study spirituality, and so that person's going to choose a job that is a little less hard on his body himself, right? And he'll find time to delve into himself, to internalize things. And he will try to support or extract things in order to fulfill his religious obligations and to study. Because he knows that whatever he's doing, whatever he's working, right, is only another means for God to provide him with the wealth or with his needs. And so he knows that whatever he does, he could do for whatever limited amount of time in order to sustain himself. And that more important than just acquiring wealth and materialistic needs, he'll make sure that what's really the emphasis of what he's doing surrounds, right, the internal search for meaning and the study of Torah. and spirituality. ולא תחסור מן המהומה, אלא בגזירת האלוקים יתברך, כמו שנאמר, כי לא ממוצא וממערב, ולא ממדבר הרים, כי אלוהים שופט זה ישפיל וזה הרים, ואמר, ונודה שירביצני על מי מנוחות ינהלני. So we can also see here is that a person knows that there is a person needs to commit to doing an effort, significant effort, but he knows that when he's doing an effort, it doesn't have to be hardship labor, but it could be any effort. When he does that effort, God's going to provide with what he needs, and so he knows that he's not after a pursuit of material, right? Even though he could attain material, but he's not there running in that pursuit, and so he knows I could do X, and God could give me 100X. I could do X, and God will give me 1X. So all I got to do is X. I just got to do my part. And so in that thing, he has a sense of calmness, and he also recognizes he doesn't have to do work that's going to be heavy on heart in terms of labor. And also, the person won't be, a lot of people get into distress about their lacking needs. Right? Their soul is actually sad, or there's certain hardship in what he's lacking, what he needs. So he says there's different hardships that could happen. It could be that the person's not able to make enough money. He's not, something that he's been waiting for hasn't come yet. An aspiration that he's hoping for. He might have debt. He might get sick. But he knows that if any of these things are happening, it's because there's a directive, a godly hand that's directing that is meant to help him attain something. The reason he's going through that hardship is part of a journey to ensure that he becomes more whole or more or goes through a journey that he needs to go through in life. And that God knows better for him and to choose for him than what he is self-aspiring for. And so he has that confidence, he's calm. He has a calmness, an internal calmness. But to God, basically there's a sense in saying that a person is aspiring or yearning for God or reflecting within his soul, and that he is putting or setting his hope on God. And God eventually comes through, right? And a person with confidence, he's happy for everything that happens or is going on around him. And if it's against his nature, the thing that is happening to him, he'll still have confidence in God, that God is taking care of whatever is best for him in every single thing. Just like when we were babies and they were changing our diapers, we weren't very happy. Same here, certain things are uncomfortable and unpleasant. But for whatever reason, right, God is directing us in this way, and we know that he's actually helping us out. So King David, in blessed memory, so he basically has a sentence here that says, I'm not going to get too much into it because it'll take a while, but I want to finish this chapter. But ultimately, confidence again. Okay, and now we're saying we're going to go into that there's 7 different benefits that we'll talk about now. Or 7 different aspects or parts of this book. One of them is, what is confidence? Okay, we're going to talk about the reasons why people give trust or confidence to people. Okay, so the responsibilities of to have confidence in God. Okay, so fourth, we'll go a little bit more into detail about the things that we need to have more confidence in, and the importance to understand what is good or challenging about the different things that we need to attain more confidence in. And distinctions between someone who has confidence in God and someone who doesn't. חיוב גנות דעת האומרים באריכות התאוות בעולם ומייחלים נפשותם בקבלת עבודת האלוקים שהגיעו לחפצם בו והם בעלי המשכנות. Okay, and also about, I guess, kind of distancing yourself to an extent from people who are just in the pursuit of worldly inclinations. ומייחלים נפשותם בקבלת האלוקים כשיגיעו לחפצם בו בין בעלי המשכונות. Okay, and also the concept of being a person who God gives a deposit to, right? That kind of responsibility. And seventh and last part of the book that we're going to read is going to be about the people who lose out on confidence. Meaning you could attain a certain level of success when it comes to confidence. You could attain a certain level of confidence, but with time, if you don't continuously hone this virtue, with time you might get lost and lose your confidence. And everything else that we need to talk about in terms of confidence and I guess a certain summary. So now we have literally finished the introduction to the book. There we go.